What's up, viewers, subscribers, and agents alike? It's your boy Enlightened Luciferian Prince coming at y'all once again. I'm going to elaborate on what I call specific negative averment according to the definition of law, Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 9A. But before I proceed, I would like to say this before I get this misconstrued. This does not constitute legal advice, nor does it constitute anything anti-government. The sole purpose of this video is for informational and educational purposes only. Second part of my disclaimer, this video is not for children. As I often do put in my video edits, as I do upload content quite frequently, this video is not for children because of the use of profanity. So before anyone, proceeds with this video, if you're watching this video around children, please put your headphones in or escort the children out of your room. That way, we don't get it misconstrued with the harshness of what the fuck I got to get ready to say. Because I don't give a fuck on my channel. It is what it is. I speak how I am. What you see is what you get. But as professional as I can be, I will be. Now, this is specific negative averment and denial of corporation's existence. This is according to the Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 9A. Why is this so vitally important and why do I stress upon this so much is because this is how you break the back of the quote-unquote system in regards to their fraudulent practices. Yes, I said it, people. Fraudulent practices. Now, for those people who have this undying and unyielding faith in the quote-unquote legalistic system, well, let's just wait until you get on the other side, of the system. And then you find out when they actually wish to proceed against you, you'll see that they're not as much of a friend as you think they are. Legalistically, the whole legal system is a farce. And I know that that's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow. I know it's a very hard pill for a lot of people to actually come to cognizance with. But it is what it is. And the reason why I say fraudulent is because something is being placed against something without lawful means to do so. Now, those who are still who are avid students and stalwart in their study and education about what fictions and corporations interact with in regards to the legal system, if you look up the definition of straw man, it says particularly something that is used by the government without the actual lawful authority to do so. So in other words, in order for it to be enabled, it has to first be enabled by an unwitting or unsuspecting party. Now, when you come to the realization of what specific negative averment is, you are positively averring that you are not a corporation. Now, a lot of people might be like, well, what does this mean in legalistic theory? Legalistic theory is something that's proposed based upon a conscientiousness of you saying to the court or to whatever particular authority or whatever particular entity, I should say, is involved in their claim. And you're saying particularly that you're saying I am not the corporate entity, but you have to prove that something that doesn't exist exists. How can you do that? Think about it. Now, I know a lot of people might go on Scribed and they might, go on different avenues and try to get these documentations. Let me tell y'all something about getting these documentations, which y'all call quote unquote for free. Some of those documentations, I will tell you, are tainted or disinformation, and they are particularly utilized not for the purpose and intent in which it was actually proposed to be used for, but for an alternative purpose, which is to further drive you into jurisdiction. Specific negative averment, particularly ousts all the jurisdiction in which a court wishes to impose upon you, or a claimant, I should say, wishes to impose upon you, and this is how you actually get your legal remedy. Because if you're not the corporation, you can't be tied to anything. Now, this is not a school for scoundrels or people who particularly wish to evade charges or evade criminal justice. Please, if you're facing charges and you did something wrong to people or someone's property, do not contact me whatsoever. Now, if you are a peaceful and an individual, peaceful, loving, an individual who really just deals with their daily endeavors and just keeps on going about life, but at least someone's coming against you, then you can contact me. But if you're trying to evade justice or evade your particular responsibilities for the things that you've done, do not contact me because I will not respond. I told people that years ago. That way, it doesn't bring ill repute on the movement in which I actually expound upon in my videos, because that's one thing that happens with a lot of these people. A lot of these people come on these different wavelengths, and they come on these different channels and so forth and so on, and they're not being fully disclosable about what is really going on in their personal life. Now, I don't really want to know. I'm from the generation, the less I know, the better. But a lot of them are trying to evade justice. That's not how this works. This works to keep your straw man or your particular physical entity out of trouble by misuse of the straw man. If you've done something to someone or something, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I don't give a fuck how much you're willing to pay me for anything. I don't want to have no parts to do with that. Not at all. It's not my responsibility. Go get you one of those shyster attorneys that's out there, lawyers, esquire, whoever you wish to call them. Go get one of them. That's the reason why a lot of people come on these channels and say these processes don't work. No, it don't work because you ain't being real. You're not being real with yourself. And you're not really being understandable about what's really going on in this process. Straight. You can't evade what was coming to you. It's what it is. You can't evade it. But for those people who are peace-loving and self-mindful about their daily affairs, this video is for you. It's not for those people who are toxic, straight, because it never works. You can't do nothing for the truth but work for the truth. Now, you could try to suppress the truth, but the truth is always evident. Always. And ever will be from this day forth and forevermore. But if you indeed wish to know the actual verbiage that's used in it, it's very simple. It's very short. Most people who have the hardware that I've contacted over the years know, if they use it correctly, know exactly what I'm saying is very true. It's very significant in order for you to deal with your commercial affairs, because it nullifies the jurisdiction completely and totally takes you out of commercial venue and places you back into what is called positive common law. See, people say common law, but they don't understand that it's something that has to be sort of mixed like an elixir in law, because you have to realize that they always say remedy. So that means that an ill has been transplanted upon a corporate being, which doesn't exist. This is a non-fictional entity. It doesn't exist. It's just, non-fictional, but in the sense that they're trying to transpose it and superimpose it upon your physical self. That's why I said what I said. So you have to take it in strict consideration that these people, whoever they are, I don't give a fuck if it's a male, female judge. I don't care if it's a male, female claimant. I don't care if it's a third party organization or structure and capacity and entity or entitled, but it's the same thing. The non-fictional side of it all has to deal with the physical nature of you actually going in there and thinking that you've done something wrong. And really, it's just something that's written on paper. People have to get real. Serious. And you just learned a very significant truth in less than 10 minutes. People, when it comes to specific negative averment, you have to understand that there's a way of presentation when it comes to the legal system. Now, I know a lot of lawyers or paralegals or people who are tied to the law society watch my channel. If indeed you wish to doubt anything I have to say, if indeed you wish to, please email me. I will definitely love to Zoom you. We can definitely have a debate. We can record it. We can put it on YouTube. And I can outline all the fine points in how you are wrong about what you think in regards to the system. Because I know that if I tell this stuff to people who are well-meaning people, who actually wish to preserve their existence in society and to not be raped, pillaged, and plundered by a fraudulent system, then yeah, you're going to have a variance to that. But I'm going to tell you right now, specific negative averments ousts you out of the controversy, and you don't get paid because they're representing themselves in propria personam. And you definitely don't like this truth coming from somebody with tattoos on his face. He's a thug. He's a criminal. He's this, he's that. No, I beat the motherfucking beast. With their own documentation. So, say what you will, but don't matter. It's what it is. And what will be, what will be. What will be, what isn't supposed to be, won't be. So, I want the hardware. It is what it is. Contact me via email. If you don't, hey, it is what it is. No harm, no foul to my life. It is what it is. But you just learned a very significant truth about the legal system. Now, that's very more, significant truths you should learn about the legal system. And I'm not saying that you had to look at it in a bow down approach, or you had to look at it in a, froward type of manner. But you better realize that it doesn't work the way you think it does. Once you realize that, then you just started solving all the quote unquote problems to your situation in existence. If your first time viewing this video, like and subscribe. Please share the content. It is what it is. I freely give resolve to that to those who wish to embellish upon it or download the information your personal self. Perfectly fine. Agents, do not contact me. I do not consent, nor do I oblige. It is what it is. I reserve my rights in regards to this video or these transmissions or any transmission from this date heretofore under quote-unquote UCC 138. Reservation of rights, and those are natural rights, not man, but creator given. Y'all stay tuned. Peace, love, light. Agents, you know what it is. Don't contact me. Y'all take care. Stay tuned for the next upload.